Welcome to the Conscious Corner, as we call it at Conscious Capitalism Atlanta. What have you learned so far on the journey? How are people responding to the message?
Gosh, it's been amazing. They're so positive. And I've learned that people in Kansas City and Atlanta are very, very friendly. And they're very receptive to this message. As a matter of fact, it's a tremendous message of hope and optimism. And we're in short supply of that right now. And this is a message that people are very attracted to. They just love it. I didn't realize that the book, because it's such a simple story and it's such a simple message, that this book would resonate so well with people. And the book came out in February, and this has been a great opportunity to kind of dive into the book, understand what are the messages of the book that are relevant in today's marketplace. And with the Great Resignation, it's very relevant, because if you're not able to attract and retain talent now, 10 years from now, you'll probably cease to even exist as a company and an organization. So I'm learning that people are hungry for this message, that people are enjoying it, and they love conscious capitalism. They love the movement. They want to become more engaged and more involved.
On that note, sometimes when I'm introducing the concepts of conscious capitalism to new people, they're looking for a recipe. They're looking for a formula. They're looking for a procedure.
Yep.
They're looking for a prescription.
Yeah.
What would you tell our audience about that?
You know, it's interesting because in Kansas City last week afterwards, there was one of the comments was, well, I wanted to know the answers. It's like, this isn't a test. You're not going to get the answers. It's a process. It is ingrained in your organization. It's for us, mentorship is in our DNA. It's not, a one step, a one thing or two things, and then you do this and then you have this great culture. It's ongoing. You have to work very hard to create a great culture, and it can be easily broken down and dissipated by just a few bad employees or people that don't understand or appreciate it. They can be very disruptive. So it's constant care and feeding and encouragement. And did that answer your question?
It does. When we get together, the word community comes to mind.
Yes.
I think more than anything, we talk about conscious capitalism as a movement, but it's a community.
Yeah.
It's a group of people that are at least mostly like-minded, and there's some comfort in that. What have you experienced in the conscious capitalism group of leaders that are in the community?
The conscious capitalism group, the finest business leaders I have ever met. That's what I've learned. We're not just like-minded, we're like-valued, and that's really important, because what I was telling this to John earlier is iron sharpens iron. And there's one thing about feeling very intuitive about these leadership tenets and principles, but it's another thing to have a language, a lexicon, a community that inspires you to lead even more consciously, however you can. And the leaders are, like I said, the finest business leaders I have ever met in my 35 plus years in business. Maybe it's just 35.
That's plenty. Who's counting?
That's plenty.
It's DeLinda Forsythe in the Conscious Corner. Thank you very much for joining us. Her book, Inspiring Generational Leadership. Check it out.